Guys doing? Hope you're all wicked. I'm playing some DayZ Standalone and I'm kind of a fresh spawn because I just got into an epic gun fight. Unfortunately it died, so as I'm going to be a fresh spawn, I thought, you know what, I'm going to start this new series because I've come across so many noobs in this game. Noobs mean rookies, people don't know how to play the game, fresh to the game. We call them Bambis and DayZ. So if you're watching this video, most likely you're a Bambi. Sorry, but that's what they're called on DayZ. So basically this is going to be like a beginner's guide on when you start the game, what the aim of the game is, what you gotta do, how to do it, and how to get there. I thought this would be perfect timing because I'm going to be a fresh spawn. I'm starting with absolutely nothing. As a newbie will start the game, so I'm going to explain to you what the aim of the game is and how to reach your goal. So first of all, what you want to do is, as a new starter, you don't want to go into a full server. You don't want to go into a server with a lot of people because there's going to be a lot of people just taking you out, taking gunshots at you. You're not going to know what to do. So you want to start a nice and easy server with a very minimal amount of people, so you can just get the hang of the game, get used to the controls, get used to what to do. Once you become a bit more comfortable, then you'll be ready to interact with other people. So the aim of the game is possibly if you can start with a friend, that will help a lot as well, because then both of you can work together and discuss with each other your progression. So what you want to do is you want to find a game server. So you find a server and go to players section, right, and you want to go into a server with maybe about 2-3 people, not that many people in there. So let's find a server with about 2-3 people in there. Also want to look at the time as well, because if you find something after about 6 o'clock, then you know, it's going to be an evening server. There's regular and hardcore. Hardcore is first person, regular is you can switch between first person and third person, so I'm going to go into regular. So anything after 6 o'clock is going to be night time, so you want a daytime server so you can have a look around. Now this server here, let's have a look. 1248. No, these ones are locked, so you can't go into there. So 346. No, let's go into this server here that I saw at 12 o'clock regular. Connect. So hopefully I'm going to join this server. You're going to see exactly me spawning in. We're trying to make these videos about 20-minute long, so follow me through the whole series, and then you're going to see exactly how I gear up, you know, how my character progresses throughout the series, and how you can also get there. And I've explained to you why I do certain things, how that helps you. The aim of the game is to survive as long as you can. There's a zombie apocalypse going on at this moment in time, and what you need to do is survive this zombie apocalypse. Obviously it can help you if you work together. So when you spawn in, you're gonna you want to get used to the controls. So if you press enter, it switches between first person and third person. I'm gonna play third person mode, but in hardcore you can't switch between first and third person. You're always going to be on first person. So there's your WSAD to move up, down, left, right. Now I've changed my control, so you're gonna have to look at the controls. There's a button to go prone, there's a button to crouch, there's a button to stand up. Spacebar is to lift your fists up. Left click is to swing your fists or pick up your shoot your weapon. Spacebar is to put your weapon down, or drop your weapon, sorry, and put your hands down. So when you spawn in, you want to find a town. You want to find places that you can loot. You know, you press the tab button and this menu comes up. It shows vicinity on the left, so if there's anything around the area, it'll highlight it up here. This is your player in the middle. It shows what you're wearing, how it's feeling. So at this moment in time, it's feeling hungry. Sometimes you'll see that it feels thirsty. You can potentially get sick, so you want to change the hunger. You want to eat enough until it says energized here. You want to drink enough until it says hydrated, and you want to eat and drink enough until it says healthy. So when you eat enough, it will become green and it says energized, and when it becomes light green, it means you're fully energized. And you want to do the same with hydrated, and then you become healthy. But you don't want to eat or drink too much because your player could become stuffed and can start vomiting. So you want to find the nearest town. Usually when you spawn in, you want to take a left, but I've spawned right near this ship over here. So you hold the right mouse button and it zooms in, and there's a ship over there. So I'm gonna search around that ship to see if I can find any food, any drink, just to survive. Now what you don't want to drink is I want to drink some as well. So what I don't want to do is, okay, so you double tap W to run. Okay, so we're going to go look for some food, we're going to go look for some gear, we're going to look for some weapons, try and survive this zombie apocalypse and see how our character progresses throughout the series. Just a quick thing, guys, if you want to buy this game or you want to buy any other game on the PC or any other console, be sure to check out g2a.com, which is recommended by many YouTubers. Reason being, it saves a lot of money on your gaming. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, so be sure to check it out. You'll find that it's 90% of the time it's cheaper than Steam, cheaper than GameStop, cheaper than Game. So if you click on the link in the description of this video, you'll be able to check out the prices, compare the prices, compare it to your local shop, and you'll see that these guys are most of the time cheaper, and they do have some mega sales going on as well. So it's something for you guys to check out as well. Okay, so carrying on with the game. Let's have a look. So while you're running, you move your mouse around and he'll move around, but if you hold Alt, he'll carry on running, but he'll look, instead of changing directions, he'll look in that direction wherever you're looking. Okay, and you can press right click to zoom in. So we're going to carry on running. You can drink a lot of things, but you don't want to drink seawater. But what you can drink is from ponds here, like little ponds, little marshes. What you want to do is crouch down, go into first person mode. You'll see if it says drink water, so you press the middle mouse button, and each time you press it, look on the bottom left on the screen, it says you drink some water from the pond. Press it a few more times. Drink as quite a lot, but don't drink too much. So if you press tab, you'll see that my player is hydrated. I'm going to drink a little bit more until that hydrated becomes light green, and it's become light green, and then I'm going to stop drinking now. Okay, so I'm going to go back out, stand back up. Now why I'm not going to drink anymore, because if you drink too much, your player becomes stuffed, and then you won't have enough space for food. But if you drink too much, even more, you're going to vomit, as I explained. So my player's still hungry, so he's hydrated, he's soaked. Don't worry about being soaked at this moment in time. You know, it doesn't really affect you if you're soaked or not. But maybe, you know, depending on when you're watching the video, if you're watching the video in the far future, maybe that might have an impact in the game. But this game is still an alpha stage, so it doesn't really make a difference if you're soaked. But you're going to come across zombies and you're going to get hit a lot. Okay, so sometimes when you get hit by zombies, you're going to start bleeding, and if you bleed too much, then your player will become unconscious. So a beginner's guide to do is press tab, and you're not going to need a torch or a battery because at this stage, because the reason you use a torch is for nighttime. I wouldn't recommend nighttime servers because they're hard to see, and if you use a torch, it always gives your position away. So we're going to play daytime. As a beginner, you always want to play daytime, so I'm going to chuck that away because I don't need it. And we're going to take the t-shirt. So in our inventory, you're going to see that my player's wearing a t-shirt. We're going to take this off. Reason being is put it into our inventory, right click on it, and it says tear into rags. Tear it into rags. Now we can use these rags as bandages, so when we get hit by zombies and if our player starts bleeding, we can use these rags. So we've got two bandages, so to speak, to stop the bleeding. You know, if we don't want him to bleed too much, so that'll help there. So that's something that you want to do as a beginner. Now you can see there's items here. There's two ways of picking it up. If you press tab, it's showing the vicinity that it's there. Okay, or you can just zoom into it from the middle of your screen and it'll say take t-shirt grey, and you press the middle button and it'll automatically put it on for you or put it into your vicinity. I don't like the look of this t-shirt, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off again, tear it into rags. You can't tear all clothes into rags, so I'm going to tear it into rags again, and I'm going to combine it with that one, and now I've got 4 rags. Okay, now there's a cap here. Now you'll also see if you hover over it, it'll show you blue baseball cap. It'll give you the name of the item. It'll show you the condition. So pristine. This is as good as it gets. Under that is worn. Then there's damaged. Then there's badly damaged. And there's ruined. So you want your gear to be as pristine as possible. Or just get it anyway. But you know, if you ain't got the gear, wear it. You know, it depends how you want your character to look. It does not make no difference to wear a cap, but it's just how you want your character to look. You know, maybe looking at wearing a cap, you might think it's cool, so you might as well. Now, I'm going up this ship. We're going to try and look around this ship, see if we can find any weapons, see if we can find anything to help us along the zombie survival. Now usually if there's a full server you'll come across other people, but I'm playing in an empty server because I just want you guys to get the hang of the game. So, you know, play around, mess around on your own before you start jumping in with other people. Once you become more comfortable, you know, don't go into full servers, go into like half full servers, and if you come across people, you can interact with them. So now this look, there's some weapons here, so we're going to pick these up. Now over here, if you press the tab button in our vicinity, you will see that there's a shovel, and so this will help us beat down zombies. And what you want to do is when you get an item over here, you can allocate it to a hotkey, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So I'm going to allocate it to the number 1 hotkey. What this does is, when I press number 1, it will equip the shovel. You press spacebar, he lifts it up and is ready to swing it. Bam. So it does more damage than fisting a zombie. Fisting a zombie? No, I don't think you're fisting a zombie. Punching a zombie, right? So it does better than punching a zombie. So if you want to put it back away, you just press 1 again. Now over here, we're going to put our fist down, go over. We're going to press the tab, and there's a Blaze double 98 rifle. So we're going to take this rifle, double click on it, and it'll automatically equip it, and it's highlighted it to hotkey 2. We can't use this yet. We can equip it. So if you press number 2, he'll bring it up. You press spacebar, he'll hold it down, but you don't really need to do it with a gun, because if you just right click with a gun, it'll just aim down the sight. And you press left click to shoot. Well, there's no ammo in there, so you're gonna have to find ammo before you can use it. So we're gonna put it away. For now, we don't need this rifle, so we're just gonna put it away. So right now our best weapon is the shovel, because the rifle has no ammo. So let's go into the ship, see if we can find anything else. Look in these rooms. Sometimes you'll find it's hard to spot items, so if you just keep pressing tab, you know, sometimes some things might pop up in the vicinity that you may potentially have missed. Okay, so there's something here. I thought this was an item. Maybe it's not. It's just rubbish. So you can't pick up rubbish. You don't want to pick up rubbish. Now on the bottom left of the screen, it says my player, I want to eat something. So if you look, my player's still hydrated. He's wet because probably I'll run over the pond, but he's still hungry. So we need to find food. Now there's handcuffs here. You use handcuffs as a beginner. You probably wouldn't be able to use a handcuff. You won't need to know how to use it. But when you stick people up, you can use a handcuff to handcuff them, and then you can search their gear. There's a hacksaw. I'll take this. Now you'll see that my inventory is full, so I can't take anything else. So I'm going to get rid of things. I don't need a hacksaw, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the handcuffs. I don't need that. And there's a drink here. So you double click on it, it takes you into inventory. If you right click on it, you can drink it, but I'm not going to drink it yet because my player's hydrated. Now there's it's kind of a glitched weapon here, and it's hard to pick up, but you can't pick this up, right? You can only take it into your hands. There's a reason why you can take it into your hands. If you press, it will show here what's in your hands. So if you press cross and drop it, well, I couldn't pick it up properly because it was for some reason glitched in there. But the reason I can't take this into my inventory, because you can carry one weapon here. So it'll be an axe, a baseball bat, a shovel, a farming hoe. Now I'm going to get rid of the spade, and I'm going to take the farming hoe because it's more powerful, and then I'm going to allocate it to bottom 1. So if I get the farming hoe, it's the same as using the spade, but the farming hoe is more powerful. The best weapon you can get in that section, in this section here, is a fire axe. Second is an axe. So ideally you want a fire axe, which is the most powerful melee weapon. So we're still looking for food. Portable gas lamp, you don't need that. Once you get a backpack and you get a jacket and things, you can carry more items. I think we searched this floor, so what we're going to do is we're going to go on to another floor. We're going to try and find some food on the next floor. Oh, there you go. Let's go upstairs. Let's have a look around here. Now you don't want to fall off edges, guys, because if you fall off from too high, you're going to die. If you fall off from not high enough, you're going to break your legs. So you want to stay in a position where you're not too close to the edges and stop running around the edges. Sometimes it might get glitchy, so you might accidentally get pushed over, so always be careful about things like that. And there's nothing here, so let's have a look in the next room. Nothing for me to take. I'm not going to stay on the ship for too long because